Okay, this is my very first time going live here on YouTube. Stacy George here, coming from my home office here in California. I wanted to talk about something that I have been very passionate about for the last a little over a year. And, after a lot of praying and searching, years and years of doing this. I'm going live to talk about it because it really pulls at my heartstrings. Because the amount of people that this opportunity is helping change so many different lives. I don't know who's going to pop on here. I don't know if it's even working, but my name is Stacy George. I'm originally from Kansas City, Missouri. I took off about 6 years ago from Kansas City and went on a journey with my husband. Um, my husband and my dog in our car, and we left. We went to Illinois to stay with some friends for a little bit to figure out what we were going to do next. And it was that moment that we decided we were going to go to Washington State to start over. And this is a story about where things changed. And so here we are in a state that we know nothing about. My husband had some family there. We have some family there. We didn't really have anywhere to go. So we were in our car and we were in a hotel, and it was back and forth, and we found jobs within 2 weeks of being in Washington State. My husband made off really well in that state. Me, however, I was searching and searching for something that I could do, because prior to leaving Kansas City, I was a stagehand and I helped put concerts together from the ground up. And I'm talking about everything from cable to audio, lighting, all of that. And I was passionate about that. I had a lot of fun doing that, and building stages was absolutely fun for me. However, when we left and went to Washington, it was a whole new state. I knew nothing about it. I didn't know what I was going to do. I had for a long time been in the serving industry and the food industry, whether it be hosting, serving, bartending, you name it. I absolutely love people, and I love being around people. So when y'all are hopping on, please let me know who is watching. Like I said, I've never went live here on YouTube before, so I hope that it is working. But here's the thing, you guys. I go to a state I know nothing about. We start over. My husband does really well. Me, however, I'm still searching for something. I end up working in a hotel, and I meet some really amazing people and get to connect with some really amazing people. And I did that for a while. I was underpaid, but I love people. So I was willing to just suck it up. And so I did everything. I was basically a housekeeper. I was a front desk clerk. I was security, you name it. And it was an all in one thing, but I was underpaid and underappreciated. But I still loved being there because it was the guest that stayed in that hotel that helped me keep coming back. So anyway, we find a place. It's not the greatest place to live in. We keep working. Odin, sorry you guys, I have a puppy that loves to try to eat my daughter's food while she's eating. So anyway, we find a place. It's not the greatest place, but it's a good starting place. And we bust our butts to get out of that place. And we find a nice 1-bedroom. And we really things just start coming together for us. And after, I would say, probably 2 years of being in Washington, we found out that after 5 years of trying, I was finally blessed to become a mother. I was blessed and became pregnant, and it was the moment that things really changed. Because now I'm scared. After 5 years of trying to get pregnant, we finally are blessed, and now I'm going to become a mother, and I have nothing to show for it. and I have nothing to show for it. And you guys, I cried about it. And it was just, hold on a sec. Let me let my pup out. Come on out. Come on. Outside. Go. Oh well, this is a learning curve for me. Everything's a learning curve. I love learning everything I'm learning right now. But here's the thing. So I cried about it because I didn't know, like, okay, now I'm going to become a mom. What am I going to do? Am I going to be a good mom? Like, these are thoughts running through my head. Are we going to be good parents? Which I knew my husband would be a great father. That's why, I never really wanted kids up until I met my husband. And I seen what an amazing man he was with my nieces, our nieces and nephews. And so I prayed about it for 5 years, and it finally happened. And so going through a really hard, difficult pregnancy, I went through a lot of things and had some complications when my daughter was born, and we almost lost her. But she went to a NICU after she was born, and she made it. She was a fighter from day one, and the scariest thing you can ever go through is the moment you have a baby, a C-section, because I wasn't dilating and she was in distress and all the complications anyways. They take her from me. I think I literally, and I barely could hold her because I was shaking so bad. It was really, really a sad thing. It was the happiest moment of my life to become a mom, and I couldn't enjoy it because I couldn't hold her because I was shaking from the medications and the shots that they gave me. But they take my daughter maybe 20 minutes after I have her, and they take her to the nursery. Now I'm trying to recoup because they just cut me open and everything happened so quick that I'm sitting there wondering, like, where's my daughter? Like, what's going on? Nobody's telling me anything. And finally, her doctor came in. That wasn't even really her doctor, just somebody I asked to please come and be her doctor because I heard a lot of great things about him. Come in to tell me that things are not good. And they need to take her to the NICU, which is a whole, probably 30 minutes from where we were at that time. Now, my husband, he didn't know what to do, but I said, you're going to go. You're going with her, and I will be there as soon as they let me leave this hospital. I wanted to leave right then and there, but I couldn't really walk. But it was like determination. I'm going to get to my baby. I got to get there as quick as I can. So I made sure that I passed all of their tests. I get my parents, who happen to be in town visiting, to come get me and take me to the other hospital. I stayed with my daughter for 13 days in the NICU and watched her just overcome each thing. And she had me there and she had her dad there. My mom and dad came to visit, but nobody else really came to visit because it's the NICU. They don't really allow that many people in. So here's the thing, you guys. Scariest moment becoming a parent when you don't have anything to be like, this is for you. Here you go. Like, some people plan it all out just right, and some people just don't have an idea. And what happened that moment, I got on my knees and I prayed, please let my baby be okay. Please make sure that she survives whatever. Like, she was like, I had gestational diabetes, you guys. And I ended up where after I had her, you couldn't touch me. My skin hurt so bad. I swelled up really bad, and I was determined to succeed in breastfeeding because we couldn't get on WIC because my husband made too much. But we were just making enough to pay the bills. You get what I'm saying? So anyway, so this happens. And I push out, like, I hurt myself because nobody taught me how to breastfeed. and nobody taught me how to breastfeed. So here I am thinking I know everything, and I'm just gonna keep doing it. And I was cracking and bleeding, and it was just awful, you guys. But I managed to make it happen. Yeah, I see, baby. I managed to make it. Huh? Okay. So I managed to push through it. The first, look, 13 days of being in the NICU, I did not go home. I showered, I slept, I ate. That's everything I did. I stayed in that hospital until my baby got to come home. And the journey began at that while being in the hospital, where I prayed and prayed and prayed to please God, please place something in front of me that's going to help me become a better person, to become the best mother and wife that I can be. And I prayed and prayed. And here we are in Washington, where it's nice and rainy and cool where we lived, and it rained 80% of the year. At least that's my thoughts, because the only time it didn't rain was in the summer. And beautiful summers, Washington is beautiful. However, here's what happened. So I prayed for a while for something to fall in front of me. And here I am in Washington State, where it's recreational and it's legal to smoke marijuana. And I waited towards the end of breastfeeding. However, I was looking for something to help, because after having my child, I found myself more on edge than ever before. I found myself where I just could not sleep. It was horrible. I'm a new mother. I'm tired. I need quality sleep. I'm not getting it. I'm constantly angry, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. It wasn't because I was going through, the deals that women go through. I wasn't going through that. I'm not going to name any names from here on out. But I was looking for something that could help me, and I wouldn't have to go back to the doctor and be prescribed something, because I've been there and I know what happened and where it took me. And I didn't want to go that route again. And besides that, I'm pro green all the way around. I believe in farms over farms, if you know what I'm talking about. And anyway, you guys, praying and believing it and seeing it brought something into my life. A gal that's from Kansas City, where I'm originally from, had seen, because we have mutual friends on Facebook, that I'm an advocate for green. I'm an advocate for marijuana. I'm an advocate for hemp. Hemp is our future, and I honestly believe that, hence the name Hemp Gervie. Hemp is our future. It can replace a lot of bad things. It can help a lot of things in our world, in our just the world in general, you guys. It can help it can replace a lot of things. So I'm sure this is just rambling on, but I'm being real with you guys, that prayer brought this to me and in front of me. And I looked at, she had messaged me and said, hey, I see that you're an advocate. Would you mind if I sent you a link, basically along the lines of that? Would you check it out? It's free to take a tour. Check it out. So I was like, yeah, why not? So I checked it out. I had tried other oils prior to the one that this one is, and noticed that I didn't know what I was doing, and I had taken them, and they just made me feel dirty. I don't know how to explain it. So I didn't do anymore. I tried 2 different ones, and they were samples that I got. I will not do that again. After researching this one, I researched it. But I had prayed and prayed and prayed that we wouldn't be stuck in Washington, because I don't do good with a lot of rain, if you know what I'm talking about. Myself, some people love it. I am not. I love the rain, but I don't deal with it all the time. And when you can open up your blind and it's nothing but gloomy, it just really takes a toll on you. In addition to being on edge constantly, I just felt stuck. And I felt like somebody was squeezing the life out of me. And I'm a new mother. This should be the greatest time in the world. And I just couldn't explain it. So my husband gets a job offer We go down to California near Sacramento. I start getting sun back into my life, and I really start plugging into figuring out if this is a legit thing. Is this real? What, like, I just really want to figure it out. And there was nothing I could find that said that this was not a legit thing, that this wasn't helping people. And that's what it is. It's just helping in so many different areas. So I came to my husband and I said, hey, I really want to try this stuff out, but I also want to do the $20 one-time fee. I don't know what it meant. I didn't know what it meant at the time, but I said $20 to become affiliated, and they talk about I get a business in a box and it's a place to call home. Sorry, my glasses are all crooked. It's a business that you can work from home. And here I am, a stay-at-home mom anyways, and now I'm going to figure it out. Like, I prayed a long time for something really good to fall in front of me that was bigger than myself, that I could help other people along the way and my family. And this company lands in front of me. And so after a year of researching it, I decided to borrow the money to get started. I borrowed the money, opened up an account, and ordered one bottle and one $20 fee. And it was from then that everything changed. I struggled really hard for the first 6 months because I had never done network marketing. I had never done it, but really we do network marketing all the time when we refer people to a movie or we refer people to a good restaurant, just word of mouth advertisement. And really, so we've done it. I've worked in the industry. I love people. And so I joined this opportunity. As soon as I get the product, I notice an overall calmness, something I hadn't felt in a long time, something that marijuana wasn't doing for me. And I'm just being real with you guys. I'm not going to say I'm not going to say I don't smoke still, but I don't need to as much. Because when it came to a point where you're smoking all day, and I don't smoke to get stoned, I smoke to chill me out, if that makes sense to any of you out there. You're okay. It's okay, baby. Did you finish eating? You good? Okay. So, anyways, where was I? Normally I have something in front of me. This time I just wanted to talk about it, see if this worked, see if this reaches anybody. But it's really not about that. It's just testing the waters, testing it out. So I start taking the... Okay, here, you can have this. Hold on. Come here. You gotta bring your toys? All right, baby. Okay, here. Okay, over there though, okay? So I start taking this product, you guys. And like I said, as soon as I took it, all I did was ask, like, what do I do? How many drops do I take? Like, how does this work? And I did enough research. Okay. Rapunzel. So, no. Over there. You probably have seen her on other videos down below because I have some other ones. I don't know how this is going to play out, you guys. So, anyways, so I take this product. It starts within the first week. I could tell that my sleep was getting better. And I just stayed consistent because that's what was told to me. That was the information that I had researched, that consistency is key. Stay on it twice a day, do your stuff. So when I first started, I did it 3 and 4 times a day, but I did it 5 drops, 5 drops, 5 drops, 5 drops. I kind of based it how I was feeling, and that's how it worked for me. So eventually I went up from 5 to 10 and only had to do it 3 times a day. But then it ended up being, okay, so now I'm going from 500 milligram to 750. And now I don't need as much. I'm going to take 10 and 10. And basically that's what I was on up until recently when we just came out with a 1500 milligram. And now I'm completely happy with 3 drops in the morning, 3 at night. But let me just tell you guys, since starting this, I didn't know what I was getting involved in, and that it was one big family, you guys. And everybody helps everybody. This is something that I prayed about. And I don't know how many times I've gotten emotional about what I get to be a part of today. And I will do everything in my power to make it work, because this is the greatest thing I've ever been a part of. And so anyway, the first 6 months, I'm all over the place. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm failing forward and I'm learning. I'm doing my best to follow all the rules and policies and to stay compliant, because I want to protect this house that we get to be a part of, this legacy that we're helping build, not only for the company, but for our families, you guys. This legacy that we are building is phenomenal, and we have the best owners out there, and I'm very passionate about it. Their story is what got me, because when you go to take a tour right there at that website that is on my video, all you got to do is go in there and put your name, your number, and an email. Put your number down so I can call and talk with you. But go on there and take a free tour. It doesn't cost you anything. But when you go into it, really go into it and watch the videos. Because the story of the owners is what got me. Because I seen how passionate they were, and I seen that they genuinely care about the greater good of other people. The product had done something really phenomenal for the co-founder. Something had happened where, they said something was incurable, and she was like, no, this is not my life. This is not how it's going to go down. And they set out to find something that could help. They found something that helped. And it was on that moment that she said, that's it. We're launching it. We're putting it out, and we're naming it this. And you know what? What's scary? Oh, you're silly. He's okay. It's just a cartoon. She's watching Beauty and the Beast. He's scary. So, anyways, because this product did something, these few that they started off with, I have now become a product of the products, and I want to tell the world about it, because this has changed my life. I'm never going to tell you that it's going to cure, treat, or prevent anything. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to help tell that it's helping. It is helping people. I will keep doing it just for the simple fact that I can lay my head down on a pillow and in 5 minutes, I'm out. I wake up rested, and I wake up motivated and excited to be part of this opportunity, because it has changed my life. But here's the thing, you guys. I had no knowledge of self-development and personal development until I joined this opportunity, and they encourage it. They incorporate it into things. Hey, Jazz. Hey, Jazz. Come here, please. Hold on a sec, guys. Jazz. Come here. Hey. You're going to have to go over there so Mommy can finish this, okay? Thank you. I know nobody's still watching, but like I said, this was just a test drive. But I really hope this story gets out there. Because if you guys are looking for something, stay-at-home moms, stay-at-home dads, who knows? Just somebody who is like, oh, man, could this work out for me? The fact remains that it's helping. Look, I'm more in touch with my feelings than I've ever been in my entire life. I have grown more in my last year than ever in my 38 years of life, thanks to this opportunity. Thanks to the stuff that they encourage us, that they put out in front of us, that the free training that they give us, the just the growth of this company is insane, but the amount of people that it's impacting is so beautiful, and it's going globally. I am 100% grateful to be part of this opportunity, and I will continue to tell the world about it because this is changing my life. And I will never tell you that it cured and it treated or it prevented anything. I won't say that. I'm not going to tell you to get off your medications because this is it. I'm never going to tell you. I'm always going to tell you to go Google it. Google, look at this. They're always crooked. Google CBD and whatever it is you got going on, because you're never going to hear me come out of my mouth that it's going to do this. All I'm going to tell you is it's helping and it's worth taking a shot. It's worth trying the product when you can get a 60-day money-back guarantee. 60 days, you guys. Research other companies. Please let me know what you find as far as a return policy on their stuff. Does the company that you guys are checking out have documentation? When you go to their website, does it have that? We now have QR codes on the back of our bottles that you can scan, and it'll tell you everything about that bottle, everything that's inside that bottle. We are certified, double certified by the U.S. Hemp Authority, and that is huge, you guys. Some people say, oh, it's a pay to play. It's a pay to play. Look, guys, it's expensive to have things tested, but it also depends on a few things that I'm going to read out of this magazine for you right now. And like I said, I don't know if this is going to reach anybody, but it's worth a shot, and I'm going to keep going. So these two people who created this company, this power company, are phenomenal. They are the most humbled people I have ever been in front of, besides my mentors. And I have some really amazing people I get to now be connected with because of this opportunity. But they're leading the world of CBD forward. Josh and Jenna explained why this is different, and there's that for healthy lives and livelihoods. Earning trust is our daily pursuit. We stand behind you every step of the way, and they do, you guys. They are here to help us become the best us that we can be. Those are the people we should be always putting ourselves in front of. If you're not putting yourself in front of people who believe in you, who trust in you, who want the best for you and bring out the best in you, then you're in the wrong group of people. Just saying it. I am very passionate about it, you guys, because I truly feel the best I've ever felt. Here it is, 7:40 at night here on the West Coast. And I wanted to try this out because I'm learning new programs, and I wanted to see what this is. So when you find a product, you need to know what the difference is between domestic and imported hemps. You guys, hemp can absorb the toxins and impurities in the air and soil in which it's grown. One of the farms that we get our stuff from is phenomenal. The soil is beautiful, okay? But hemp grown outside of the U.S. may contain heavy metals and other chemical contaminants due to different farming regulations. You guys, they did their research. They found an amazing farm there in Kentucky, here in the United States, and it's quality. It's quality. I'm going to show you the color of this oil. And this is what it is. I have a friend in Washington who's been blind since the day he was born and tried this for the first time. And I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's green because the plant is green. There's no fillers. And I only take 3 drops of this. It's 1,500 milligram. I take 3 drops morning and night consistently, and it's great. So you're only going to get hemp seed oil as the carrier oil, and CBD and peppermint or cinnamon on our full spectrum. But CBD is one of the most talked about right now all over the place, and you guys know it is, and it's one of the most misunderstood ones too. A lot of people are skeptical about it, as was I, but through research and praying, this landed in front of me, and hemp has been bred to have very low levels of THC and high levels of CBD. I will tell you, just as my opinion, that CBD does me wonders. THC is just, it kind of added to some things. That's me though, but I still partake. At the end of my night, I take 1 or 2 hits and I'm good. I don't have to do it all day now. And I don't have to deal with some of them adding to some anxious stuff going on. I don't have to deal with that because now I take an oil that I put underneath my tongue and it gets into these receptors that we have in our body. I will talk about that on another live, but I wanted to talk about some CBD frequently asked questions. And what is CBD? So CBD is short for cannabidiol, and it is a naturally occurring chemical that comes from the cannabis plant. This is the cannabis family, you guys. However, I've been researching it for quite a while now, and it proves to, they're saying studies that hemp is the more medicinal plant these days. Just telling you what I read. Just telling you, it may not be true, but I'm telling you what it's doing for me, and hemp is totally helping. So what is the difference between CBD and THC? THC gets you high, CBD doesn't. Plain and simply. Plain and simply that you could take this whole bottle and still not get high. Don't recommend it. Low and slow is the way to go. You want it to allow it time to build up into your system sublingually, which means underneath your tongue are these receptors, okay? So the difference between marijuana and hemp. Marijuana and hemp are 2 varieties of the same plant species, and cannabis sativa. But hemp has been bred to have very low levels of THC, 0.3% or less, and high levels of CBD. CBD is a beautiful plant, you guys. Beautiful thing that comes from the hemp plant. CBD can produce a feeling of relaxation and promote sound sleep. Do you know somebody out there who's struggling with sleep? Just curious, because a lot of us don't get quality sleep, hence the reason why other things start happening. But we need sleep, you guys. We need quality sleep. It may different hours per person. Everybody's different. But how can you add CBD into your life? Add it. Don't be afraid to try it, but do research it. You can't just go to a gas station and buy a CBD, you guys. You can't. I don't recommend it. I'm never going to tell you, oh yeah, that's a good one. I'm going to tell you to read the label. Please check out the label. Please check out the website of where it was processed. And you all need to know like the different extraction methods. So we have a CO2 extraction method. And here's the thing. What CBD extraction methods should be avoided? Low-cost extraction methods. Typically involve ethanol, fossil fuels, or other harsh solvents and chemicals. These methods are cheaper, but it can leave the oils with lower efficiency, lower potency. It's taking away from it because it's leaving this stuff behind. We do CO2 extraction method. And here, the best extraction method is carbon dioxide, CO2. And because it is safer, greener, and cleaner, and results in a higher potency. Better tasting oil, CO2 extraction methods maximizes the output of the oil and keeps out chlorophyll and other undesirable residue. I have researched ones and found chloroform. I have researched ones and found alcohol. I have researched ones and found formaldehyde. I'm just saying. Research it. Documentation beats conversation every time. I learned that from my mentor, Robert Hollis. Documentation. If you cannot find it on their website, then I probably wouldn't use it. If it has not been passed by the U.S. Hemp Authority and there's a seal of approval on it, I would not use it. I'm just saying. CBD, as of last year, at the end of the year, the Farm Bill was signed, which makes hemp-derived products 100% legal here in the United States. Okay, so how can I know if my CBD products are safe? Reputable companies have many standards in place to ensure the safety and efficiency of their products. Important test checks for contaminants and like pesticides, herbicides, heavy metals, and mold, as well as cannabinoid content. So they should have product certificate of analysis, and we have those. Our website, if you go to that website, is very transparent. All you got to go is to documentation. Check it out. You may not know what you're reading, but it's going to say this was detected, this was not, blah, 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 all the way down. So like I said, each bottle has a QR code on it now that you can scan, and it will tell you everything about that bottle. So the hemp industry is huge, you guys. And here's what it's about. So we have a system that's an endocannabinoid system. You guys, I know you've heard about it, but this is a huge thing. And our endocannabinoid system is simply, is a natural part of our bodies that helps regulate homeostasis. Okay. And we have receptors. We have a CB1 receptor and we have a CB2 receptor. I think I'll save that for another time on a video if this video works out. As of right now, I know nobody has seen it because nobody's popped on, but that's okay because, like I said, I enjoy what I'm doing. I enjoy helping educate. I am not the professional here. I can only share with you what has been shared with me and the research that I have done. But this product, it's not just about CBD, you guys. CBD is a great place if you can get a quality one. Not all are created equal, just know that. But a quality oil will definitely help you start feeling better. And I probably went a little too long on this one. I don't know what people like on YouTube. I just had to get out here and try it out. But the things that this stuff is doing is worth being talked about and shared. If I didn't share it, I'd be selfish. And look at my crazy hair. It's all good. I have been having so much fun this last year of my life. And now I get to be a better mom. I get to be a better wife because I'm more motivated. I'm more focused. I sleep like a baby. And my husband snores. So before I started on this, he would wake up and I'd be on the couch and he would say, "Are we married?" And I'd say yes, but I can't sleep because you saw logs and I have to take care of a baby all day. I need sleep. So here's what happened. And he's still amazed at it, that I take my oil right before bed, probably about an hour before, which is coming up. Y'all see me take a few. But I can lay down and within 5 minutes, I'm out. Instead of laying there with a racing mind, my mind wouldn't stop, just kept going. Now I can lay down, go to sleep the best I've ever slept, and wake up rested and take my drops. Before I do anything, I take my drops. I now do a gratitude in the morning. I do my gratitude. Thank you for giving me another day. Thank you. Put something in front of me that's going to allow me to help another person, to help another pet, to help another child, just to help somebody. Put something in front of me, please. So here's what happens. So now I'm getting into calling different businesses because I believe this is something that everybody should have. That's just my opinion. I believe that everyone should try it out. It's 60-day money back guarantee is all I'm going to keep saying, because it was 30 when I signed up. Now it's 60. And, everybody's different. It could take a few weeks for some people. It could take a few days. But everybody's different. But I promise you, if you stay consistent with a quality oil, you're going to see the difference that it makes. But on top of that, I now am a product of the products. I love the coffee. I'm not a creamer drinker, but people love the creamer. The coffee, the topical creams. Oh my goodness. the relief cream. Oh gosh, you guys. And now we have 2 different ones with 80 milligrams of CBD or 130 milligrams of CBD. It's not the yucky smell of Bengay or something along the lines of that. And this stuff actually works. So somebody was like, oh, I don't know. And so guess what? They drove to my house. I gave them oil. I said, lift up your tongue. And I said, okay, where's the spot that you would like to try it? I put some of the natural oil and the relief cream, and within 20 minutes, they shut up. Just saying. Somebody else also came out here, and they got bit by something. I think it was mosquitoes. I can't remember. And I was like, okay, just chill. And I put some of the natural oil and the relief cream on, and the bites went away. So I also recommended that, my mom and my brother's dog had a tick on it. I said, take the oil, and she also takes the natural. Put that oil on that tick, because things that I've read say that tick is going to back out. And sure enough, that bloodsucker backed out. So if you live in an area where you get a lot of ticks, keep a bottle of this oil around and put it on, because once that tick's head is left in you, that's where all the dangerous stuff happens. Ticks, when they bite us, things happen. Keep a bottle of the natural oil and it will back its ass out. So, beautiful stuff. Beautiful science behind what our bodies are really capable of, something that we all naturally have. If we have a spine, we have a system. And the fact remains that it's helping. Never going to say it's curing, treating, or preventing anything, but it's helping. So why not give it a try and just see if it helps? If you want to give it a try, go to this website and check it out. What do you got to lose? You got 60 days to try it out. If you don't like it, then get your money back. But I promise you're going to like it. And that's just my thoughts. So thank you all for listening to me ramble on about something that has totally changed my life and is worth checking out. And I'm so glad. It's been a day, you guys. Anyways, I appreciate you all, and I hope everybody has a wonderful and blessed night. And maybe next time I go live, some people will jump on. But until then, Stacy George signing out. Hemp Gervy. Peace out.